Because I can't seem to stop talking about Coraline, today I'm revisiting the Beldam and what she eats, specifically the Cocoa Beetles from Zanzibar. Hello out there, I'm Megan, and welcome back to the Fangirl, where I'm answering your Coraline questions. Every year since I started this channel, I've done a Coraline video on my birthday, and I guess it's time to come up with something for this year. And today's video is thanks to Phoebe from England. She actually sent me this letter way back in November 2019, but like I apologized for in my last Coraline video, through all sorts of different circumstances, I've just gotten ridiculously behind on answering letters, but I still have them and I'm still going over as many as I can. But Phoebe is 10 years old, probably 11 by now, and I hope she's still watching. By the way, Phoebe, if you are watching this, I would love to send you a letter back with some stickers and such, but there was no return address on the envelope, so I don't know how to contact you. But if you email me your information, I'll get something right out for you, I swear. Anyways, let me get to her letter. Dear my favorite YouTuber, oh my heart. I love your videos and love to analyze and do theories as well. My favorites are Coraline, 90s stuff, and trailer analyzations. In your Coraline videos, you repeatedly say that the Beldam feeds off of love or belief in oneself, but at one point in the film she eats the Cocoa Beetles from Zanzibar, which is food, but also a living thing, as we see in the movie. I continue to watch your videos and enjoy them very much. Your videos are interesting and intriguing. I await the time when you post with excitement. Your biggest fan, Phoebe. I hope you like the Coraline button I made you, and yes, I do. I love it. Let me try and zoom in a little bit if this will focus. I hope it does. There we go. Oh my gosh, isn't that so cute? I love perler bead art. It's so awesome. I'll just put you right here with little Coraline. And then on the back, she also wrote, I am from England. I am 10 years old. And you also have beautiful handwriting. This is much nicer than mine. So good job to you and all of your instructors. I love you, Phoebe. Isn't she just the sweetest girl ever? But anyways, to try and answer the question that you had in there, for any of you who are out of the loop with my long and wild Coraline theory history, I've settled on the idea that the Beldam doesn't actually need to eat for nourishment because what she feeds off of is trapping people in the Pink Palace limbo. And the Pink Palace limbo is kind of when people think they get back home, but they're actually in another deeper level of the other world. So the people think that they're back in their real home with their real families, and they're really just sort of still having the other mother play their mother. So the Beldam just lets these people live out their normal lives while she's feeding off of the energy they give out, loving her or loving what they do, whatever the case may be. You know, the kids and stuff think they're loving their actual mother, but it's really just the Beldam in disguise, and she kind of survives off of that. And that would explain why the ghost kids say she ate up our lives and not she killed us or she ate us. You know, it's a very weird, specific thing to say. Man, though, this theory sounds really confusing when I try to condense it into a nutshell like that. So if you're lost, fret not, because I have a huge playlist on YouTube with all kinds of my Coraline videos, and you are able to deep dive into that at your own leisure. But Phoebe does make a valid point, because if I'm sitting here trying to sell you a theory saying that the other mother doesn't need to eat to survive, then why do we see her eating bugs? Well, really, there's a few ways we could look at this. First, my theory could be totally wrong. I mean, I think it fits pretty well, but Neil Gaiman is the type of writer who likes to leave big gaps in his stories. And I would bet that's because he wants people to sit down and actually discuss things and, you know, have their own thoughts and ideas. Plus, truly, it's a lot more satisfying to try and unravel the mystery for yourself than to be handed an answer that might not be very good. So it's really a way to sort of have an easier time at writing if you don't give all the answers, because it might not be a filling answer anyways. Second option, to do kind of a little sidestep here, I have another theory that's semi-popular on Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and in that we run into kind of a similar issue. Miss Peregrine, which I believe is a creature called an umbrine. It's been a hot minute since I've seen that movie though, so I could be wrong. But whatever kind of being she is, Miss Peregrine basically collects these kids with supernatural powers and then keeps them trapped in this time loop just for decades. And curiously enough, she never eats either. There's food all over the place. I mean, it seems like these characters are always eating, and at one point Miss Peregrine puts food on her plate and she takes a bite of this chicken or turkey leg, but instead of actually chewing and swallowing, she just kind of chews and it falls right back out of her mouth. It's really kind of gross. But eating was all this big show to make Miss Peregrine seem more normal than she actually was. And I think the Beldam might be doing something in the same kind of ballpark as well. And the Beldam is constantly feeding Coraline, yet she's never eating any of the food she makes. We've got cakes and mashed potatoes and eggs and just so much food, and she never takes one bite of any of it. And that is something that gets to be very noticeable, to the point that I'm very surprised Coraline never put 2 and 2 together there. I mean, come on, if you were just always sitting at this table eating while 2 adults stare at you eating, after a while you'd probably start thinking, I think they might be trying to poison me, or something else is wrong with this food. I don't know though, for as smart and tricky as Coraline is portrayed to be, I mean, those are kind of some big red flags to ignore. But I guess all things considered, she was pretty hungry, and a girl's gotta eat somehow, so she just ignored all the glaring flaws until it was too late. Again, kind of similar to the kids who were trapped in the time loop with Miss Peregrine. You know, Miss Peregrine wasn't mean, she didn't do anything outright to harm them, but there was something very unsettling and not right about her behavior. At least in the movie. Again, we don't care about the books here. But as far as needing to eat, I still don't think the Beldam has to. There's nothing to suggest that that's how the Beldam actually nourishes herself, is with regular food. Especially not with that whole scene at the end where she's screeching, "I'll die without you!" as Coraline gets away. And even at one point in the movie, the Beldam is missing and the other father says something like, "Oh, mother is resting." So that implies that she's trying to gather up all the energy she can, probably because she's not getting energy from a traditional food source, and her battery's kind of running low and draining out, so she's trying to pull whatever she can that's left to power herself up to do the magic trick stuff. Does that make sense? Probably not. Maybe. Hope so. I'll hear about it in the comments if it doesn't, I guess. However, we do, of course, see the other mother take her snack break with the Zanzibar Cocoa Beetles, which, if you need your memory jogged, it looked like a box of chocolates, but it was filled with live, squirming, twitchy bugs. It's definitely a movie moment that makes us feel very put off by the Beldam. But for all intents and purposes, she does seem to chew up and swallow those nasty, nasty bugs. So I guess the question is really more, can the Beldam eat? And as far as I can tell from that bug scene, yeah, she totally can. But does that mean that she needs 3 square meals a day to stay alive? No, I'm pretty doubtful that she does. I think the Beldam might be kind of more like Amethyst from Steven Universe, where they don't need to eat, they're gems, they're not organic beings. So nutritionally, eating does nothing for them, but some gems like Amethyst like to eat because they like the taste of things. And that also apparently makes the gems have to go to the bathroom when they normally don't either. But that makes sense for the Beldam too, that she's not eating Cocoa Beetles from Zanzibar because she needs to. They're just like a yummy little treat. And that's the option that works with my theory, so that's kind of the one I like best. But we also do have a third option we could look at, which would be that the other mother can only consume living things. I mean, cake, chicken, all the stuff that the Beldam makes for Coraline, it's all pretty typical American food that is either already dead and cooked or was never alive to begin with. So alternatively, the Beldam might eat, a live chicken to sustain herself, but yeah, it's unlikely that she's gonna grab Bellina the chicken and shove it whole in her mouth while it's kicking and screeching while Coraline sits across the table eating her mashed potatoes. Like, I don't think that's gonna happen. Could you just imagine the look on Coraline's face? She would never come through that door again. And if that's the case, then maybe the Beldam is physically eating the children that she abducts. Although I do like this idea a lot less because it adds in so many extra unnecessary hoops. Seriously, if you're in the business of eating children, then just snatch them up and eat them the second they walk into your domain. Don't court them for multiple days, let them go home several times, manipulate them, feed them, give them gifts, and then sew buttons into their eyes just to turn around and gobble them up. That is so many extra steps over "Hello, Coraline," grab and gulp and roll credits. Not to mention, why didn't she ever eat the black cat if living creatures are what she thrives on? So yeah, this option is a possibility, but it also leaves a lot to be desired. Anyways, that's probably the most I can offer up on the topic of Cocoa Beetles. I hope that this has been a fun topic for you guys to kind of mull over with me, and I hope that you'll leave me a comment or something to let me know your thoughts. And I super hope that you're still here with me and watching this, Phoebe. I'm so sorry it took me so long to get to your letter. Again, if you would just email me your address, I would love to send you something back. You can find that by going to my channel page and clicking About. And to anyone else out there who still has a Coraline question, the door is still wide open for you to write me a regular old-fashioned letter and mail it to me, and then I will answer it the best I can if I can. Just be prepared to use some mega patience, please, because again, I'm like super far behind on getting to letters. I love talking about movies, and especially Coraline and other creepy films, but it is a special kind of crazy cuckoo dance to try and figure out a schedule of, hey, I want to cover all these different topics, but not too many back to back, and you have to have them spread out by this much time. And it's just a lot of insanity to try and play the algorithm properly, and I'm not very good at it. But I'm always trying, so hopefully that counts for something. Anyways, I need to stop rambling and tell you that it might not be reality, but theories are more fun. Gonna sing a little song about Coraline. She's a doll, she's a pal, she's a friend of mine. I don't know the rest of the words, but I know it goes really fast, and I just want to say it's Coraline. Oh, it's my birthday. Why not do double derps? I love that ending song with the little weird English translation thing I found, which apparently is not official because it is not in French like I thought the language of the end credit song was. It's made up gibberish. But whatever, we don't judge here. Actually, that's kind of all I do. But anyways, that's not the point I'm trying to make. Creaking is the door so gently, side to side, calling your name. Never, ever, ever, ever open that door. Things won't be the same. Crawling is the spider's hand, searching for its prey. Soon you'll be caught next and then trapped in the spider's web. Run and save us. Please, mistress, save us. Oh, please save our souls. Find our eyes before the full moon. Make sure the other mother doesn't find you. A button in the eye will surely curse you. The witch will eat you too. Crawling is the spider's hand, searching for its prey. Soon you'll be caught next and then trapped in the spider's web. Oh, it feels good to derps and sing sometimes. There's been a lot of videos where I'm just like, I'm running out of battery so fast on this new camera that it's like, I gotta turn this off quick. Gotta wrap it up and go. But I already had to stop and put in a new battery because I talked too long, apparently. And my hair loves to get frizzy dizzy everywhere as we continue talking. Anyways, again, last shout out. Thank you so much to Phoebe. If you out there watching want to send me something, just go to my YouTube main channel page, click About. The current address will be there posted. Again, I don't like to leave it in the videos because then I don't know what I would do if I ever changed that. Somebody would be getting weird mail from me, forever. And I'm still rambling, so it's time to go. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time, family members. Specifically, the Cocoa Beetles from Zanzibar. That was a horrible impression. But Phoebe does make a valid point, because if I'm saying the other mother doesn't need to eat, then why do we see her eating bugs? Let me just scoot the angle over there so that little Coraline and her button can be seen much more easily. I love talking about... Wait, where am I? Creaking is the door so gently side to side. Find our eyes before the full moon. Make sure the other mother doesn't find you. A gnat. Well, family members, we're almost done, but I want to invite you to hang out with me in some other places. I'm on Twitter and Instagram as my own personal self, and I have a Facebook page too, but I mostly just post photos over there. And sometimes people say, "Hey McGann, I want to mail you something. How do I do that?" Easy. Just click the About tab on my channel page, and my most current P.O. Box info will be right there. I also run another channel, The Family. It's really a hodgepodge channel where we might post anything. Oh yeah, and I also sell shirts and stickers and stuff with the Family and the Fangirl logos. If that is your cup of tea, I have a link in every description of every video. Finally, if you want to help out the Fangirl channel and make sure I'm putting out video essays for years to come, the best way you can help is by subscribing and watching more of my videos, whether they're new, old, whatever. Maybe even share one or two on social media, help spread the word. People who watch to the end of videos like you helps to tell the site, hey, this is a good video, we should recommend it to other people. So if you made it this far, leave me a comment of something like, hey, I made it to the end. Love ya. See you next time, family members. Bye.